They lob it to Ryan Perez in the paint off a couple of screens.
Esquivel to Garcia. Off the deflection. Los Fresnos comes back and wins. Now Santa Maria will put up a three. Bang! Santa Maria!
There's Warner. Here comes a headed jam. Counted for two. Field. Adios! And the Falcons win on a walk-off. And it's saved.
What a game. Smack to the left. That is gone.
Lob for Perez. That's my play. Off the backboard. Count it. And a win. And a win. Ryan Perez wins the game for the Santa Rosa Warriors, and they go nuts. And why not?
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are Real Sports Live, and we're coming to you from Cabinets Field. We're in the middle of the starting lineups here. Right now, this is the Moody Lady Trojans. Batting first, Abigail Garza, number 12. Batting second, number 2, Jewel Guerra. Batting third, number 6, Serena Gonzalez. Batting fourth, number 5, Danielle Pompa. Batting fifth, number 13, Kaylin Benavides. Batting sixth, number 17, Jada Garcia. Batting seventh, number 14, Jenna Anna. Batting eighth, number 16, Amaya Nunez. And batting number 9, number 8, Annabelle Guerrero. Batting seventh was Jenna Acuna. Sorry, I couldn't read the handwriting here on the lineups. And we'll have the Victoria West lineup for you right after the starting national anthem. So keep it here, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll bring you back right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we take this occasion to remind students and fans of the proper etiquette during flag ceremonies. The United States flag is a symbol of our great country, and accordingly, all of us should honor that symbol by standing, placing our right hands over our hearts, and gentlemen should remove your hands. Remember, silence is a form of respect, and everyone should remain standing until the national anthem is played.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was the national anthem. We're going to come over to the Victoria West for their lineups. Batting first, number 9, Sydney Harvey. Batting second, number 7, Lily Chavez. Batting third, number 16, Christine Winsky. Batting fourth, number 20, Kat Zarate. Batting fifth, number 17, Alexis James. Batting sixth, number 12, Daisy Fuentes. Batting seventh, number 6, Cassidy Zimmerman. Batting eighth, number 10, Josie Valderas, and batting ninth, number 11, Maria Rosales. So keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a quick break, and we'll bring you back for the starting pitch here. This is Real Sports Live, back after this.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down.
See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the first inning, leading off for Victoria West is going to be Sydney Harvey facing the pitcher in the circle for Corpus Christi Moody. Is going to be Kaylin Benavides, number 13. And I want to thank everybody for joining us wherever you guys are tuning in from, whether it be Facebook, whether it be Twitter, or whether it be the Roku Network or on YouTube. Make sure to go give this link a like, a follow, and to share. Let everybody know that you're watching, excuse me. Let everybody know that you're watching. And in case they don't know that we got this game, let your friends know. If they are looking for it, point them in the right direction. So here we go. Top of the first inning, Sydney Harvey. This game's supposed to be played at noon on Saturday, but we had a lot of rain on that Saturday morning. We first went into a weather delay with the first game, which was Carroll and Flower Bluff. This game's scheduled right after that one, but instead they postponed both games, and we're now here on Monday. Flipped them around, and this is going to be the first game here, followed by Flower Bluff and Carroll. This first pitch comes in, going to be called ball number 1. So that game set for 7:30. So Harvey is going to put this one into the gap, and it's going to roll all the way towards the wall. And she's going to come around for a leadoff triple as she slides into third base. Does Harvey. Going to put a runner at third. As she sends it in that shallow gap right between first and second base, and it rolls all the way towards the warning track and allows Harvey to come around. And that's going to bring Lily Chavez to the plate with a runner on third in scoring position. No outs here early on in this one. So good start here for Victoria West. And this pitch comes in, going to be called ball number 1. But it's been such a good district to watch all season long. A lot of good teams in this district. Obviously, you have a couple of state-ranked teams in Carroll and Veterans Memorial. Then you have Ray, who's solid. Victoria West, a lot of hitting power. Flower Bluff, always solid. Moody's look good at times, and just really good softball all the way around here in this district. So the count 2-0 now, and this one's driven right up the middle. Nice play at shortstop for the 5-3 putout, but a runner coming across. That's a 6-3 putout, excuse me. The RBI going to be given over to Chavez as Harvey comes around. So it's going to make it a 1-0 game right now with 1 out, and coming to the plate is going to be Christine Wensky with the runner. No runners on here. And this pitch comes in, getting that outside edge for strike number 1. And Wensky makes contact here, and she's going to foul it off, so the count going to go 0-2 now. Across the way, we got baseball going on. We got Ingleside taking on Miller to start things off over there. And Wensky's going to fly out over to right field. And that's going to be out number 2. And here comes Katarina Zarate. With 2 down, nobody out. 2 down, 2 out, nobody on, excuse me. First pitch in, 1-0 the count. This pitch comes in right down the middle for strike number 1. Count moves to 1-1. So Miller at Ingleside and then Vets Moody makeup are their game also scheduled for Saturday, but that one got postponed as well. So we have a doubleheader over on the way on our broadcast as well, as this one's going to be fouled off right past the net and over on top of the overhead right above us. So make sure to go and check out baseball. As we said, Ingleside versus Miller, and then Moody and Vets, 5:30 and 8 respectively. Xavier Bowen on the call over there. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Caterina Zarate, and here's the 1-2 pitch coming up from Kaylin Benavides. Here's the delivery. Zarate gets a piece of that one, and she's going to foul it off to deep left. And Zarate has been on the broadcast a couple of times as Victoria West, puts on a show every time. Really consistent from the plate. And can make some plays on the infield. I believe she's a shortstop as well for this team. So fouls that one off here. 1-2 the count. Made a contact a couple of times. Here's the pitch. This one comes in low. Going to be called ball number 2, and that's going to even the count up. So deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So here's the 2-2 pitch from Benavides, and Zarate makes contact once again, and she's in there at the plate battling. And she's being patient. Not as much wind as there was on the weekend. It was pretty heavy winds as we were expecting in that game, but not so much. A little bit calmer here as Zarate is going to send this one deep, and out of here. 210 feet, home run, solo shot for Zarate. And it was only a matter of time here as she makes it 2-0 as she was battling, making contact, and she gets all of that one and sends it right over the center field wall. And James going to come up, but let's check out the replay here. And Zarate just got all of that one and sends it right over that center field wall. And it's 2-0 Victoria West here, and here's Alexis James at the plate. And this pitch comes in inside a little low for ball number 1. And this one comes in low once again for ball number 2. 2 balls, no strikes here. Victoria West bringing in a couple of runs here. Lily Chavez, 6'3", put out RBI to bring in Sydney Harvey and Zarate with a solo shot. And it's 2 balls, 1 strike here after James fouls this one off. So 2-1 the count. And James gets a piece of that one and fouls it off once again. Count even at 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and this one comes in down the middle low for ball number 3. So we're dealing with a full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes in the top of the first inning. 2 runs on 2 hits brought in by Victoria West. And here's a 3-2 pitch. And James sends it over the wall, back-to-back jacks for Victoria West. And it's a 3-0 game as James rounds the bases. And let's go to the replay on that one. This one into left center field as she just blasts that one all the way across. Look at it once again. There's the pitch, and James just gets all of that one. She's fouled off a couple there. And here comes Daisy Fuentes. And Fuentes gets a piece of that one, and she sends it in to right center field. And she's going to get on base with a stand-up double. And puts a runner on second now.
Right fielder number 6, Cassidy Zimmerman.
And here comes Cassidy Zimmerman. The 7th batter coming to the plate this inning for for Victoria West. So a runner on second now for Zimmerman. This pitch gets past the catcher, and she's disoriented when she gets up out of her stance, and the runner's going to advance over to third now, and another runner in scoring position for the Lady Warriors. So the count 1-0 now. And this pitch comes in for a called strike. So the count at 1-1. And here's the pitch. And Zimmerman gets a piece of it, fouls it off behind her. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 3-0 lead here. 4 hits for Victoria West. The leadoff triple by Harvey. Lily Chavez with a 6-3 ground out brought in the first run as she brings Harvey in. And then a couple of solo home runs from Zarate and James. And then a Daisy Fuentes double. And now she is parked on third waiting for the opportunity to run home. And this pitch comes in low and outside. And 2s across the board here. And this one put into play and right past the glove of the third baseman. It's going to be an RBI single there. They're going to call it an error.
First baseman number 10, Josie Valdez.
So a runner comes in. So a run did come in. And here's Josie Balderas. So the error run put up on the board allows a runner to come in. And there's a throw over to second, not in time. And Zimmerman gonna move over to second base here. And this one going to be fouled off. So 4 runs coming in on 4 hits. And then the error at third base for Moody. And it's a 4-0 lead here for Victoria West. Top of the first inning as they've come out firing. And this one going to be popped up and fouled off for a 1-2 count, 1 balls, 2 strikes here for Josie Balderas. And this pitch comes in outside low for ball number 2. So here's the 2-2 pitch coming up from Benavides. And this one's going to be a fly out over to right field for the 3rd out of the inning. So for Victoria West in the top of the first inning, they score 4 runs on 4 hits. There was 1 error and there was 1 left on base here for the Warriors in the top of the first. So we are headed over to the bottom of the first. Due up for Moody, going to be Abigail Garza, Jewel Guerra, and Serena Gonzalez when we return. This is Real Sports Live, back after this.
COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the bottom of the first inning here. Victoria West leads Moody 4-0 as they bring in 4 runs on 4 hits. 2 solo home runs highlighted at that top of the first inning as Katarina Zarate and Alexis James both going yard there in the top of the first inning to bring in 2 runs, and then another run comes in on an error, and a 6-3 ground out RBI by Chavez. So that's how we arrived here to 4-0. So leading off here for the Moody Trojans in the bottom of the first is going to be Abigail Garza. Facing the pitcher, Maria Rosales in the circle for Victoria West. This pitch comes in, going to be called strike 1. And this pitch comes in outside. Going to get that outside edge for strike number 2. So no balls, 2 strikes here. And here's the pitch from Rosales. This one comes in outside high for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. And here's the pitch. This one put in play over to Zarate. Makes the catch, makes the throw. And the runner's going to be safe on the air at third.
Center fielder number 2, Jewel Guerra.
So Jewel Guerra comes to the plate with one on. Nice throw there by Zarate. This the first baseman, a little trouble holding it in the glove. Was there, looked good. All the mechanics, the ball just not agreeing and staying in there as Josie Balderas couldn't hold on to that throw, and now we got a runner on. And this pitch comes in, gets past the catcher, and Garza safely over to second base. So the count 1-0 here. And this one going to be popped up and over and hitting that overhead right above us once again. For strike number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on second, nobody out here. And this one gonna be an out here on the ground out. So
First baseman number 6, Serena Gonzalez.
So runner's gonna move over to third with the 1 out here, and coming to the plate is gonna be Serena Gonzalez with the runner in scoring position. And this pitch comes in high outside. Called ball number 1. And Gonzalez sends this one right over to the third baseman for the 5-3 ground out, but a run's going to score.
Shortstop number 5, Danielle Pompa.
So 2 down, runner comes in there on the Serena Gonzalez ground out, and here comes Danielle Pompa with the runner at first now. And Pompa is going to make contact here.
Pitcher number 13, Caitlin Benavides.
So now there's a runner at first. So Pompa with the single. Coming up is the pitcher, Kaylin Benavides. The runner on first, and Benavides gets a piece of this one, fouls it off. Strike number 1. And this pitch high, a little outside. Going to be called ball number 1. And this one low and inside and gets past the catcher, and Pompa going to be safe at second now. Two balls, 1 strike here for Kaylin Benavides. And this pitch comes in right down the middle, called strike 2 to even the count up at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, runner on second. And this one popped up, and it's going to go foul. So the count going to remain at 2-2. And Benavides once again going to foul it off. Battling here at the plate is the starting Lady Trojan pitcher. And here's the pitch, and Benavides over to the second baseman for the 4-3 ground out to end the inning. So Moody gets a run back, 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 error, and there was 1 left on base for the Lady Trojans in the bottom of the first. We're through 1, headed to the top of the second inning for Victoria West. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the second inning. 9-1-2 up here for Victoria West. Leading things off here in the top of the second could be Maria Rosales with Sydney Harvey on deck and Lily Chavez in the hole. And this pitch comes in low and outside, going to be called ball 1. So it's been chilly the last couple of days. Weather at 69 degrees right now. A little bit of wind, but not much. This pitch comes in. 2-0 the count. 2 balls, no strikes. And this pitch low inside for ball number 3. So 3-0 the count here for the pitcher, Maria Rosales, at the plate. This pitch comes in low inside for a walk, and Maria Rosales going to get on base here.
Center fielder number 9, Sidney Harvey.
Going to give way for Harvey, who's 1 for 1 on the night, with a triple to lead off the game. Comes to the plate with the runner at first. And Harvey going to try to bunt as the ball gets away there from the catcher. And Rosales is going to be safe at second. And this pitch comes in high and not hitting that outside corner. Going to be called strike one. 1-1 here. Here's the count. And this pitch comes in low. And Rosales coming around over to third base. So 2 balls, 1 strike here. And here's the pitch from Benavides. This one comes in, going to be called ball 3. And this pitch way past the glove, and here's the throw to first, and not going to be the throw over to home, excuse me. And
Left fielder number 7, Lily Chavez.
so a runner's going to score officially on a pass ball, and there's a walk. And Rosales and Harvey going to move over to second base. There was a throw from the catcher, just a little toss, just wasn't able to get there. As Benavides unable to handle it as she came running in from the circle. And here's Lily Chavez, 6-3 ground out with an RBI. 0 for 1 on the day. Runner at second, no outs, and Chavez gets a piece of this one. And it is out of here. 2-run shot here for Chavez. And it is now 7-1. And let's look at that back. Here's the pitch, and that one coming a little inside. And Chavez just sends it over. And here's Wensky coming to the plate. And she records a single. So another 3 runs coming in here. Couple of walks, a runner coming in on a pass ball. Chavez hits a 2-run shot. And now Wensky with the single to put a runner on first. And coming to the plate is Zarate. And that's going to give way to Daniel Pompa here. As Zarate 1 for 1 with the solo home run here and no outs. And it's going to be that rough part of the lineup that Moody struggled with in the top of the first inning. So while Pompa warms up, we're going to take a break as she's going to come back to battle Catarina Zarate coming to the plate. So keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. About to resume here. Danielle Pompa gonna take the circle as Victoria West chased Kaylin Benavides out of the circle, and Benavides allowing 7 runs on 6 hits. No strikeouts here and 2 walks. There was 1 error behind there, but other than that, it's just rough sailing here so far for the Lady Trojans, as they now see a runner put at first, have allowed 3 home runs, and one of them by this young lady right here who could really hit the ball. Send it straight over the center field wall for about 210 plus feet for that solo shot back into the top of the first inning. So Benavides done after giving up a single to Winsky. So Winsky after that single, 1 for 2. Chavez after her home run, 1 for 2, 3 RBIs. So, all ready to go now, and step into the plate, Katarina Zarate. So here we go. Bompa all set to go now, and Zarate stepping into the box. Here's the first pitch, comes in, called strike number 1. That's where you want to start if you're Danielle Pompa. Time called here. Here's the pitch, comes in a little high, called ball number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here for Katarina Zarate. And Zarate gets a piece of this one and fly out to center field for out number 1.
Designated hitter number 17, Alexis James.
So 1 down, and here comes the DH, Alexis James. James 1 for 1 with the solo shot herself. And James, piece of that one, and sends it up to third base. She fouls it off. Strike number 1. And this pitch comes in outside. Even up the count at 1. 1's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out and a runner at first. And this one comes in For a call, strike 2. And James hits this one right over to first, and she's going to ground out here. And that's going to bring up Daisy Fuentes, 1-for-1 with a double for Fuentes. Runner moves over to second. So 1 on, 2 outs. And Fuentes going to foul this one off. Or strike number 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch by Bompa. This one hitting that high outside corner for strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes here. Bompa with the 0-2 pitch. And this one fouled off by Fuentes. And Fuentes reaches for this one a little bit, and Bompa going to tag her out herself, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning.
For the Warriors, in the second, they scored 3 runs on 2 hits, there were no errors. 1 runner left on base.
So nobody left on base, 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors for Victoria West in the top of the second, but they bring in 3 more runs. They lead 7-1, bottom of the inning coming up for the Moody Lady Trojans. Keep it here. We're Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Sports Live. We are in the bottom of the second inning, and coming to the plate for the Moody Lady Trojans, we're going to see, leading off is going to be Jada Garcia, number 17, coming to the plate for the Lady Trojans to lead things off here in the bottom of the second inning. And Maria Rosales in the circle, now holding a 7-1 advantage due the Victoria West Lady Warriors. So, Lady Warriors putting up 3 more runs, get another home run from their lineup, Lily Chavez with a 2-run shot.
Number 17, Jada Garcia.
So here comes Jada Garcia. And here's a pitch from Rosales. This one comes in down the middle for strike number 1. And this one fouled off. Who gets the tip of the bat does Garcia. No balls, 2 strikes. And swing and a miss for strike number 3.
Shortstop, number 14, Jenna Acuna.
And that's the first strikeout of the game for either side. And coming to the plate is going to be Jenna Acuna, number 14 for Moody. One down here, bottom of the second inning. Here's the pitch in from Rosales, right up the middle, back to Rosales, and she's going to make the play over to first base for out number 2.
Catcher number 16, Amaya Nunez.
And here comes Amaya Nunez, the catcher for Lady Trojans here. So 2 down. And here's a pitch from Rosales, and Acuna gets a piece of it, fouls it off to the right. I want to thank everybody for joining in and watching. As you look at some of the comments here on Facebook. A couple of shout-outs, congratulations for Lily Chavez. And the support coming in from Barbara Wensky. So appreciate you guys for tuning in here today. As the count goes 0-2. Move over to our YouTube broadcast to see what the comments are. Let's see who's watching over there. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss for strike number 3 to end the inning. And Nunez strikes out, so 3 up, 3 down. Good inning for Rosales. Strikes out 2, so no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for the Moody Trojans in the bottom of the second. We're through 2, headed to the third, and due up for Victoria West is going to be Zimmerman, Balderas, and Rosales. 7, 8, 9. Do it for the Lady Warriors in the top of the third. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back right after this.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the top of the third inning. Here from Cabinets Field, 7-1 lead for Victoria West over Corpus Christi Moody. And starting things off here in the top of the third inning is going to be Cassidy Zimmerman. As this first pitch comes in for strike number one. Zimmerman reaching on an error at third base in her one appearance. And Zimmerman going to foul this one off, and the count going to go to 0-2. And this one going to be put in play here, shallow. Pompa's got it, makes the throw, not in time, and it's going to be a leadoff single here for Zimmerman. Going to put a runner on.
First baseman number 10, Josie Valdez.
And here comes Josie Balderas to the plate, 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field last time she was up. So the count on 1. This pitch comes in high inside, called ball number 1. So the count 1-1 here for Josie Balderas, and here's the pitch, and Balderas gets a piece of it, sends it over to the shortstop for the force out. She'll reach on a fielder's choice, and 1 down.
Pitcher number 11, Maria Rosales.
So a runner on for Maria Rosales. 1 plate appearance, she was walked. First pitch comes in for call ball 1. Here's this pitch, comes in right past the catcher, and Balderas on the move as she's safe over at second. So the count now 2-0. And here's the pitch, and this one right to the shortstop's glove, and it's going to be a 6-3 putout. For out number 2. And we're back to the top of the lineup, so Harvey coming to the plate. She is 1 for 1 with a walk in 2 appearances, is Harvey. She comes to the plate here with 2 down in the top of the third. And a runner on second. And Harvey going to send this one right past the glove of the second baseman for an RBI single. And Balderas safe at home. And she came in with a lot of force there to bring in a runner. And just a nice play. And here's the Balderas. Just a lot of force. Able to beat out the tag there. So runner now at second. Is Harvey able to make her way around? while Baladeras was sliding into home. So up to the plate now is going to be Lily Chavez. And Chavez 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer. And she's swinging for the fences on that one and going to be called strike number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here, top of the 3rd inning. And Victoria West brings in another run. An RBI single from Harvey. And Chavez gets a piece of this one. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Chavez puts it in play over to the shortstop. There's the throw for the 6-3 putout. That one was close. And that's going to end the inning, but let's go look at the replay here. That one definitely close. As another run comes in. And here's the play over. And just real bang-bang kind of play, but that's going to do it here at the top of the 3rd. Bottom of the 3rd coming up with Moody coming up to bat. Another run comes in for Victoria West. It's now an 8-1 game. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Music lovers.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 3rd inning, leading off is going to be Annabella Guerrero, the bottom, or the 9th batter in the rotation. This pitch comes in for strike number 1. So due up here, 9-1-2, Guerrero, Garza, and Guerra. This pitch comes in high, going to be called ball 1. So Guerrero going to take her base. And the bottom of the 3rd, back to the top of the lineup here. Abigail Garza with the runner on. Here's a bunt laid down, and it's going to roll foul. So the count moves to 0-1. You're looking off camera, the Carroll Lady Tigers warming up, and the Flower Bluff Lady Hornets just walking into the complex here as they get set to prepare to do battle here in the second half of our doubleheader. Carroll and Flower Bluff. That one estimated to start around 7:30. And this one going to be put down. for another bunt attempt, and count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here, and a runner on first for Moody. And this pitch comes in high. Called ball number 1. And this one going to be popped up over into left field for out number 1. And coming up to the plate now is going to be Jewel Guerra, 0 for 1 on the night. So she's got a runner on. 1 out here. The count 1-0, 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch from Rosales. This one comes in low and inside, going to be called ball 2. And this one is going to be smacked over just past the visiting dugout for a foul ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count here for Jewel Guerra. Here's the pitch, comes in, down the middle low, going to be called ball 3. And this pitch put in play over to Zarate. Zarate the throw over to second for the force there. So 2 down, runner at first now.
First baseman number 6, Serena Gonzalez.
And here comes Serena Gonzalez to the plate now. Gonzalez 0 for 1 with a 5-3 ground out in her first play appearance. And this pitch comes in down the middle for strike number 1. And Gonzalez hits this one right over to the shortstop for the force out. Nice play there made by Zarate. So no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on here for Moody in the bottom of the 3rd. We are through 3, headed to the top of the 4th inning for Victoria West. And due up for Victoria West, it's going to be Winsky, Zarate, and James. 3, 4, 5 due up for the Warriors in the top of the 4th. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers, to document our history. There are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading off the top of the fourth is going to be Winsky for Victoria West. 2 for 1, or 1 for 2 for Winsky with the single. Right here, the count, 1 ball, 1 strike here. This pitch comes in, called ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's a pitch from Pompa. Winsky gets a piece of that one, and it's going to drop just out of the glove reach there of the second baseman. And that's going to be a leadoff single here by Winsky. And here comes Zarate. Zarate 1 for 2 with the solo home run. And she's got a runner on first. And Zarate gets a piece of that one, and she's going to fly out. And the second baseman, Zarate is going to reach on an error. But it's going to be 1 out. There's the runner thrown out at second there. And James right past the glove of the shortstop. And that one's going to bounce up. And it's going to be an RBI double for James. And Zarate is going to come around.
Second baseman number 12, Daisy Fuentes.
And James going to move over to third as this pitch gets away. So 1 down here, and it's now a 9-1 contest. And this one right up the middle for Fuentes for an RBI single and another hit and another run scores.
Right fielder number 6, Cassidy Zimmerman.
So it's now 10-1. 1 down and a runner at first here for Cassidy Zimmerman. And Zimmerman, there's a throw over to first, and it's going to move the runner over.
First baseman number 10, Josie Valdez.
So runner at second. And here comes Josie Balderas. And Balderas sending this one past the third base for a single. And runners at the corners now. And here comes Marisa Rosales. And Rosales, this one, hit into the gap between second and third, and that's going to be an RBI single for her to score Fuentes.
Center fielder number 9, Sydney Harvey.
And we're in the top of the lineup with runners at second and third. First and second, excuse me. And Harvey sends this one right past the glove of the first baseman, and it's going to be an RBI single for her. Sliding home is Balderas.
Left fielder number 7, Lily Chavez.
So second and third, and here we go back around, and here comes Lily Chavez with runners at second and third. She's already homered once tonight. 3 RBI for her. And there's the putout. So another 4-run score. It's 12-1 now.
For West of the fourth, they scored 3 runs on 5 hits. There were no errors. 2 runners were left on base.
So 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base for Victoria West, who put up another 4-run inning. And after the ground out here by Chavez to end the inning. So now we're going to go to the bottom of the fourth. Victoria West with an 11-run lead here. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the fourth, leading things off here is going to be Danielle Pompa. 5, 6, 7 due up here in this inning. Pompa, Benavides, Garcia. And Pompa gonna foul off here. For strike number 1. Another 4 runs come in for Victoria West. According to the scorebook here, we're gonna score Zarate, what perceived as an error, but we're going to go by the scoreboard here for their scorebook, so they're going to give her a hit on that. as the second baseman had to run into shallow right field to try to make the play and could not. And here's 1-1. Pompa. They're going to call the check swing there, and they're going to say she didn't go, so ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike. Here's a pitch, and Pompa right up the middle off the glove of Rosales, and it causes the ball to change direction, and Zarate was going to chase after it, but the direction change caused her to lose balance, and leadoff single here by Pompa. So 1 on here as Benavides comes to the plate. And Benavides gonna fly out. And there's a double play. The fly out and the 6-3 throw. Here comes Garcia with 2 down. Let's just watch this again. There's the infield fly caught and the throw made over to first. Just a really, really good play on the infield. So 2 down. And this first pitch comes in, going to be called ball number 1 as Jada Garcia comes to the plate 0 for 1 with a strikeout on the night for her. Count 1-0 here. And swing and a miss, that one high for strike number 1. This one, ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strikes. And here's the pitch, going to be fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs as chews across the board here. Moody able to put up a run, gained a couple of hits here so far. They put up a run in the bottom of the first, but since then it's been 2 scoreless innings. Make it 3 as Garcia strikes out looking, and that's going to end the inning here. We'll take another look at that pitch. So no runs, 1 hit. There's no errors, and there was no runners left on base as we look at that last pitch coming in from Rosales. Really well done right up the middle for strike number 3 to end the inning. So we are through 4, headed to the top of the 5th. Victoria West leads 12-1 over Moody. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
One army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Top of the 5th inning, and we got a substitution here for Victoria West. It's going to be Jordan Yannick. For Victoria West. First pitch comes in for ball number 1. And Yannick puts this one up. And Gonzalez gets under it for out number 1. And coming to the plate is going to be Katarina Zarate. Zarate 2 for 3 with the home run. And this pitch comes in outside. For strike number 1. And Zarate gets a piece of this one, fouls it off. So 0-2 the count here for Katarina Zarate. And Zarate reaches for that one, and it's going to be fouled off. Nice play there made by the first baseman, Gonzalez. So 2 down here.
Now hitting number 13, Grace Weiler.
And coming to the plate, another substitution, number 13, Grace Weiler. So 2 down. This one fouled off in the first pitch. Count 0-1. This pitch coming in outside. Called ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Weiler gonna pop it up, infield fly. Caught at second base. So 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base for Victoria West in the top of the 5th as they endure their first scoreless inning. So bottom of the 5th due up here for Moody as they are up against the wall to the last 3 outs. Acuna, Nunez, Guerrero due up 7-8-9 for Moody in the bottom of the 5th. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
19th hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading off the bottom of the fifth, Jenna Acuna for the Moody Lady Trojans, who need 2 runs in this one if they want to keep things going. They now trail by 11 runs. And this first pitch fouled off. This pitch comes in low and inside for ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this one, contact made, going to be called foul. Count moves to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here for the leadoff batter, Acuna. And 12 runs coming in for Victoria West on 14 hits, and they were aided by 1 error on one of those runs. But other than that, they've driven in 11 earned runs. And swing and a miss high for strike number 3. 1 down here. Bringing up the catcher, Amaya Nunez. Nunez 0 for 1 with the strikeout. And that was the 4th strikeout for Rosales on the day. Just allowing 2 hits and a run coming in. Pretty solid day in the circle so far. And this one going to be fouled off by Nunez. And Nunez drives this one up. It's going to be called foul. That one pretty close. So no balls, 2 strikes here for Nunez, getting behind in the count. And Nunez puts this one in play. The bouncer over to second, and there's a throw made for the 4-3 putout for out number 2. So 2 down, and coming to the plate is Annabella Guerrero. Took a free base hit by pitch last time she was at the plate in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here, needs a hit, needs to get on base somehow, or else the game is over. And here's a pitch, and this one comes in, called strike number 1. No balls, 1 strike here. And swing and a miss high for strike number 2. So no balls, 2 strikes, and a strike away are the Lady Warriors here. And this one way inside, going to be called ball 1. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike number 3. And that's 5 strikeouts for Rosales on the night. And that's going to do it here. No runs, no errors, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for Moody in the bottom of the 5th. And that's going to do it as they fall 12-1 to Victoria West here. And our player of the game going to be Lily Chavez. 2-run shot, 3 RBIs for her. So thank you guys for joining us here. In about a half an hour, we're going to have Flower Bluff taking on Corpus Christi Carroll, and another game that was supposed to be on Saturday. So we're going to set everything up here, and we'll have that second game for you at about 7:30 p.m. So keep it here, joining us. Once again, this is Real Sports Live. We'll see you in 30.